Oh, good morning, honey. Did you sleep well last night? You should have, but you can never be sure with that over-the-counter stuff. Honey, what are you doing with a baseball bat? If that's your way of saying you want to go to the park later, then I guess we can. Although, I would much rather we stay in today. You know, to celebrate me finally moving in. You don't want to stay in with me? But I had the whole day planned out. We were gonna make popcorn and watch the Lord of the Rings movie while we cuddled on your couch? Well, I suppose you know best. If you think going to the park will be fun, then to the park we shall... Huh? You don't want to go out either? Well, if you don't want to stay in and you don't want to go out, what do you want to do? I suppose we could camp out in the backyard, but that feels like a pretty random way to celebrate. Huh? What? Why would you say that, honey? I know I've just moved in and we're going to be spending a lot of time together, but surely you can't be sick of me already. All we've done is cuddle for one night. What do you mean? I'm your girlfriend, silly. We've been dating for a while now. Do you not remember? Oh, I knew that over-the-counter stuff was trouble. Now he's forgetting things, and it's all my fault. Bad, Xailey, bad. What? No, I won't get out of your house. And would you put that bat down? You're starting to scare me, honey. Do you really want me to recount a minute-by-minute summary of our entire relationship? Because I can if that's what you want. I have a very good memory when it comes to you. But we might be here for a while and we might not have time to watch all 3 movies. You don't want to miss Return of the King, do you? It's the best one. Wanting me to explain what the bad word I'm talking about isn't very specific, honey. But I can try. By the way, you shouldn't swear so often. It's not the best look in polite company. Okay. We can talk about that later. For now, our relationship. Where to start? Oh, I know. How we met. Now, I don't know how much of this you remember, so you can stop me if this isn't what you want to know. We met at a bus stop a few months ago. It was raining really hard, and because I'm a little silly, I'd forgotten my umbrella. You let me use yours while we were waiting, even though you got soaked. But once your bus came, you didn't take it back. I guess you're silly sometimes too. Well, I knew you wanted it back because you said so before, so I figured that was your invitation to a date. I had to return the umbrella after all, so I found where you live and I brought it back. And that was our first date. We ate dinner at your house. Well, you ate dinner. I wasn't the hungriest, so I just watched you. And from then on, whenever you were lonely or sad, I'd come over to keep you company. Oh, I put cameras so I could make sure you were okay and that you weren't getting hurt by anything. You knew about those. You wouldn't have shown off so much for me if you didn't. Now, shh. Don't interrupt. When you seem sad, I'd come over and make you feel better. It usually wasn't hard. I'd cook you something out of the leftovers in your fridge. Or I'd put one of your favorite movies in the TV. Or I'd send your cat into whichever room you were at the time. She and I actually got to be pretty good friends, you know? I think she can tell that I like you. That's why she likes me. Anyways, sometimes you might have thought that it was just your past self, making the meals or finding the movies and forgetting about it. But you knew it was me for most of the time. You must have. That wasn't all we did, though. Sometimes we went on walks together, and sometimes we went out to eat, and sometimes we went to the movies. You almost never spoke to me when we were out, which was kind of weird, but companionable silence with you was good too. And you made up for it with all the great gifts you gave me. Sure, you left them in a strange place most people wouldn't put gifts for their girlfriends in the garbage can. But you did know that I went through your trash can to make sure you were eating right. So I guess you figured out I'd find them that way and get a happy surprise. And there were such great, wonderful gifts too. Gum wrappers, used tissues, your old hoodie. There were such great additions to your shrine. Oh, that's right. You haven't even seen the shrine yet. I moved it over here last night. It's in one of your spare rooms right now. I can show it to you later. Oh, you won't see the hoodie on it though. That I kept for myself. To this day, it still smells like you. I love wearing it so much. It feels like a whole body hug from you. Once, you even gave me one of your toys. I'll admit I wasn't expecting you to give me such bold gift, but wow. Something that I'd seen you. It still gives me shivers. And thinking about it now, are you starting to remember any of this yet? Because as soon as you do, we might put some of our plans for today on hold. No? Not remembering anything? Damn. Well, then I'll keep telling you. And I'll try to ignore how flushed I'm feeling. Oh god. I'm probably bright red right now, aren't I? Do you like me like that? Okay. Wow. You really want to hear this story. You're very invested in our relationship. I like that. So, we went on a lot of dates and you got me so many wonderful gifts. You were all in all the perfect boyfriend. And then, it happened. You asked me to move in with you. You did it in a kind of a strange way. You left my house key in some fake rock in your backyard. But you know that I patrol your property daily for threats. So you must have figured I'd notice the change and find the key. It was totally unexpected. We haven't even talked about it beforehand. But of course I wanted to. I love you. And the nearer I am to you, the better. This was yesterday. And I would have started moving my stuff in yesterday afternoon when you would have helped. But then you started yawning. And I remembered you hadn't gotten a lot of sleep lately. So I wanted to give you some of those pills you sometimes take to help you sleep. Only apparently you're not allowed to pick up prescriptions for someone else, even if they're your girlfriend. Which is a dumb rule. So I just bought some over-the-counter sleep aids and gave them to you. You were out pretty quickly after that, and then we cuddled on the bed. I like holding you as you sleep. I get to be so near you, and under your blankets and surrounded by your scent. And I can just bury my face in your chest. It's like heaven. After we cuddled for a bit, I went back to my place and brought over some important things, like your shrine. I didn't get everything, obviously. I figured you could help me with some bigger stuff tomorrow. But I brought essentials. And then I fell asleep with you again. And then this morning, I woke up before you did, and I thought, Xailey, how romantic would it be if you made him breakfast on your first day living together? And then you came into the kitchen with a baseball bat, which I'm still confused about, by the way. And now we're here. Honey, What's with that look in your eye? You've been looking at me kind of strange for a while now. Is something wrong? What? No, that can't be right. No, that isn't true. Of course you know we were in a relationship. I mean, sure you acted funny sometimes, but you knew that I was making you meals and going on dates with you. Stop lying. You have to have known. Oh God. You really didn't. And I thought, oh my stomach. I have to go now. I need to think about some things. I'll come back later and we can talk then. Maybe we can still watch. What are you saying? Of course he doesn't want to watch movies with you. He probably thinks you're... I have to go.